anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Griffin's Browns. It's set to be a cold one on the shores of Lake Erie as we send you up to First Energy Stadium. Our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The forecast calling for more of the same of what we're seeing right now. A steady coat of fresh snow here at First Energy Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And some room to work. Cut back, left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill, 75 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the 5-year NFL vet, Robert Griffin III. Charles, sort of hoping to get a new lease on his NFL life as a Brown.
Without a doubt, and the reason he's looking for that is how everything kind of came to a halt in Washington after a tremendous, I would dare say, spectacular rookie season. But you remember the knee injury at the end of the season, then he played in the playoffs. The next year, he was a different quarterback.
Wasn't the same.
Wasn't the same guy. Didn't want to run the football anymore, even though his legs are a big part of his game. And that just changed a lot of things for Robert. Had to get back to just being a quarterback and not worried about being more than that.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Adam Jones. Jones on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And last time out they got scored against. Their offense hasn't given them any help to this point. So maybe they need a stop here.
A stop obviously would be nice. Not critical at this stage of the game. But one of the things that you want to find out from your defense, are you really ready to play? After giving up a touchdown on the last drive, let's see if they have a little bit better spark, a little bit better bounce in this series.
We'll see if they have that spark and that bounce right here. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And a right side completion here by LaFell. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Fresh set of downs here. And Dalton hands to Hill. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Again, it's Hill. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Now Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Second down, Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First and 10 for Dalton. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Xavier Cooper in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? And the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still 2nd down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing. Dalton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Joe Hayden with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs? That's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. A first down carry now for Crowell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Vontaze Burfict the one to get him down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
Seven yards to go on second down. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, here's Griffin. Looking for Barnidge, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
The Bengals getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the eye. This is Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Griffin going to give to Crowell. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Griffin on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On second down, Griffith. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
On third down, Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Second down and 4. Hill, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And now to the air, Dalton. This one brought in by the rookie. It's Tyler Boyd. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Dalton, 1st and 10. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. They set up the screen to Hill. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that saying, push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They'll run now with Burkhead. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And now on 4th down, Dalton will give way to his field goal team and Mike Nugent. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the former Buckeye, Nugent, puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Nugent gets that field goal to go, but to be frank, it's been a trying year for him, hasn't it?
It has, and it's all because of the point after touchdown. It's all because of the extra point kicks. And when they put in the new rule a couple of seasons ago that you're going to end up making a 33-yard kick, everyone started to wonder, would that affect kickers, would it affect the outcome of games? And it has with Mike Nugent. 5 missed extra points in his last 3 games. Yet in his last 2 games on field goals, absolutely perfect. He's 4 for 4 against Philadelphia and 2 for 2 against Baltimore.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Caught, left side, it's Barnage. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a nice catch there by Gary Barnage, and there's no getting around it. The emergence of him has been nothing short of stunning, hasn't it?
Yeah, first 6 years, total 44 catches. Then at age 30 last year, he goes for 79.
Who says you don't get better with age?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Griffin. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st down, Griffin. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After that incompletion, I got to ask you, did you watch the Madden Classic this last weekend?
How could you miss it? You had to watch that one. How about Spot Me Please, a.k.a. Taylor Robertson from West Virginia over D. Jones 17-3 in the final? That was a terrific, terrific matchup. But for me, watching it, I felt the intensity. It felt like the NFL playoffs, and the finals felt like the NFL Super Bowl. The broadcast quality was tremendous.
Yeah, it was a big deal. How about Spot Me Please after sounding like a coach? Said, very thankful. There was a lot of good competition. I was fortunate to come out on top.
Yeah, when you get the big check, you have a chance to be real humble about it.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll run with Crowell. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run. This is Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the ground, this is Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down, Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground. It's Hill. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
First and 10 for Dalton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 21. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. It's brought in by Harris. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert from 8 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Nugent on now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially. And that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
And they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Now Griffin on first down. It's caught. It's Barnidge over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box.
Yes.
We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And Barnidge has it on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first and 10, it's Griffin. Surveying the field. That is incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10 now. Griffin. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Griffin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's got time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And I want to switch gears for a second just to talk quarterbacks. We've discussed a lot of young quarterbacks being great in the league this year. Aaron Rodgers turned 33 this past week. In general, at what age do you start to say, that's tough for him to still do it under center in the NFL?
You know, that's a great question because based on what I remember from my youth and growing up in the game and observing the game, early 30s you started.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. After the interception, here's Griffith, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Griffin to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 2nd and 10, once again, Griffin. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. Griffin will throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Throwing again, Griffin. His throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. Finding time. Underneath for Johnson. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? Be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game, dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Browns are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Bengals have looked good on the road, and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Bengals taking control early in the first. Hill is going to get loose thanks to great blocking, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Bengals is up now by 7, midway through the first quarter. Third down at the 14. The catch in traffic made by Eifert, and that connection will lead to a gain of 29 yards. Bengals now later on the drive. Dalton's going to complete the pass, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The Bengals push the lead to 17.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's George Atkinson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Crowell. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll toss it to Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Griffin going to give to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2nd down following the run. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
This is Crowell, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And this will be caught by Barnage for a Cleveland touchdown. Gary Barnage from 3 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. Dalton with a give to Hill. Whoosh. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Dalton throwing on second down. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. Spinning past him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They begin with a run by Crowell, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Griffin gives to Crowell on the draw. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3 yards left to grab here on third down. And Griffin gives to Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I've got zero rooting interest in this game, but this is a lot of fun to watch. When you watch a guy get with his offensive line and have that great relationship, and I think it has to have been built during the week, during training camp, throughout the season, sitting and watching tape together, finding where their creases are, the gaps, knowing how guys are going to block. And right now, he's almost unstoppable.
They run it again with Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. And Dalton hands to Hill. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out in the pistol. On the counter, it's Crowell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 2nd down, Griffin. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Crowell. And some room to roam now. And the cutback. Isaiah Crowell. He's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 48 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
The play fake to Hill. Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They come out here in the eye. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Dalton to Hill on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Play action here with Dalton. And that is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target. Now 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about four in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it again with Crowell. He won't go down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. The pitch to Crowell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Tackle made there by Ray Maualuga, the linebacker.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
A fake to Crowell. Now it's Griffin. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to wind up in it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Griffin going to give to Crowell. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Griffin on second down. Coleman has it here right side. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on third. Play fake to Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They come up in an offset eye. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
10 yards still left on second down. Now Hill. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Second down and just 1. Hill, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Third down and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive
takeaways,
side.
Man.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a toss running left. This is Crowell. They juked him. How did he stay on his feet? It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Browns are going to have a first down.
Doesn't matter who the runner is going to be each week. Defenses get ready to gang tackle. They want multiple people to the ball. They want to make sure they take the proper angles to the runner. Make sure there's no place for him to spin out and go what they call through the back door and get away from people. And they want plenty of guys there to hit him, try and knock the ball free, the whole deal. But on that play, the best laid plans did not work.
They come out here in the eye. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Here's a give to Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
On 3rd down, Griffin. He's going to float this one deep right side. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hill, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Surveying the field. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Dalton throwing on second down. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Burkhead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Bengals a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dalton, 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Dalton wants to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. This is Hill. And he'll at least get now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On second down, Hill. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. Extra point coming now for Nugent. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Hill, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. So now Dalton. He's got time, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carl Nassib, the rookie from Penn State, with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job. And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. One receiver left, 3 to the right. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter. As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though. It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout-out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.